for the day.
Teal Swamp.
Rock and roll. I don't. Oh man, we got to roll the dice. I'm rolling the dice
You
being
didn't
on a
even
podcast.
fucking know. Have you ever been on a podcast?
Yeah,
Which podcast?
I was on the Drunken Jesters
Yeah, he
with
said that earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Sean and Adriel.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I was
Shout
on the Jerks at Joe's. I don't know what it's called now. They changed their name since I've been on there.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't-
Maybe because I was on there,
Yeah.
It
You
is
got a
the head.
squirt?
but I was on there.
You want to?
When
You sure?
You only got one?
You can have it.
No, you have it. I have water.
Generosity.
I have water. You have it.
look good. Do we look good and sound good, chat? Please. let us know.
Chat.
Chat.
Tell me.
You know we're looking good. Come on.
I know we look good. Do we sound good? Chat. Chat.
Chat.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1
The
2.
little bar is moving, and that makes me think it sounds good.
Beep
It
boop
looks
beep boop.
good.
Beep boop bop, beep boop beep.
Hold on,
boop,
let
bop.
me configure some things. Beep boop bop boop beep. Beep 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 boop boop.
I do that all the time.
You
though.
smoke?
Not during
Not
the
when I have
podcast.
to talk to anybody. But thank you.
Are you one of those people when you do smoke? It's like, oh, let me put on something to watch. I'm
like a music producer, so when I smoke, I just want to like make some music.
Oh,
Usually,
word.
I don't really want to talk that much when I smoke. Like
You're gonna do brain.
maybe towards the
stimulating things.
end of the show, maybe I'll take a little bit. You know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
not at the beginning. I would be adding nothing.
Hey, all right. As a music producer, so Wiz Khalifa came out and said, "Yo," he was like, you know, how he smoke, He gets on, you know,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yo, if you come as a producer, as another artist, you come to the studio and we're doing a smoke sesh while we're working." He's like, "Please bring your own weed." And he was like,
Don't rely on me to smoke you out.
yeah, and he was like, bring out and people was like, man, Wiz, we know you got weed, but I also get where he's coming from too.
Yeah.
Like if all right, if I gotta share, like imagine trying to smoke up with Snoop, and Snoop show up empty-handed.
Right. It'd be like that scene in what is that, Half Baked, where he like comes out from behind the stoop and he's like, I didn't even hit the motherfucker yet, and it's like,
Yeah.
Honestly, that was Tim's life. Like, I usually never had weed on me.
See, but I always.
Yeah, but you don't chief like
It's
from-
not, yeah, but it wasn't just me. It would be other people at the open. You remember how big the circles outside of Mojo's used to get?
Yeah, because I used to pack bowls as well. So.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, there would only be like 2-3 main people that would bring the weed, and then everybody else would come out of the fucking shadows to be like, "Can I smoke that? Can I hit that?"
Yeah.
Why they smoking on their hitter?
That is about someone very specific.
No,
I
that's
know.
about 2 people that pulled that
Oh.
shit.
oh,
You're
no.
right.
I
You're
had
right.
a roommate that pulled that shit. That whenever we would smoke, he would come out and be like, "Oh yeah, I'll smoke with you guys." Like we didn't even ask. And then we would smoke, and he'd be like, "All right, well, I'm working on some shit," and then go back, and then you just hear him like tink 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 with his hitter, and then you're like, "Motherfucker, dude!"
We used to rip on that guy so hard. Like, he was so extreme with it. He could hear that shit from a fucking mile away, and he would appear. And we'd be like, he will just come out and be like, "You know, I'm just going to take out what I would have smoked and, like, just bring it back to my room."
I remember one time we were handing out flyers for this janky ass club. Me and my homegirl Sharice I was like, damn, where the fuck is Double A and Leroy at? And so I was like, watch. So I had rolled a blunt, and I was like, watch when I spark this shit, these motherfuckers roll up. And no bullshit, I spark it, and I'm passing it to Sharice, and they literally pull up.
I'm telling you.
Like a bat signal. I was like, what the and then there was like and they see us busting up laughing. And they're like, "Hey, what y'all like?" They rolled up. They're like, "What are you guys laughing at?" I was like, "I'm laughing because y'all came when I sparked it." Mm-hmm. And they're
the
like,
timing.
"Yeah, yeah." That was the timing of it.
Did they get out and smoke?
Yeah, they have out immediately.
You're like, great timing for us.
They put out their blunt.
No, just add it to the rotation.
Yeah.
Hopped in my rib, and then we smoked, and then Put up flyers for a janky ass comedy club.
I've been smoking on and off since I was 12,
Jesus.
and I'm still a one-hitter quitter. Like, I don't know what it is.
Hell yeah.
That's
My
awesome.
whole life.
Yeah.
That's what's
It's
up.
gotta
cost
save
effective, though.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's gotta save so much money.
Jealous.
Yeah. I mean, whew.
I wish. All right, we'll continue this conversation. We're just gonna jump right into the show since the pre-show got kind of a little bit fucked up.
Yeah.
We ready, Timmy?
Yeah, let's get this party started in 5, 4, 3.
It's the happy corner. In this bitch with KB and Amy and Timmy and Adele and our special guest.
Do you know my name?
Karl.
This guy. Introduce
Kyle
yourself.
Karl.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Excited
In
to have you.
studio.
In studio. First in studio guest in this studio.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Here we are.
I'm happy to break it in.
Yeah, welcome. We're a little cramped. If you're watching us, he appears way smaller.
I am actually this small. I'm the pocket-sized photographer.
I look so giant.
He fits into small spaces. That's why he gets the good shots.
Yeah.
So he is tiny today, only because he is sitting further back.
Actually, I'm sitting closer. I'm this small.
He is this one. He is right next to us. He's right here.
Yep.
See this? Right here. This is him. See? Oh, look how tiny you are. Look at that. Look at that.
Here I am.
Here you are. Anyway, here we are.
Welcome to the Happy Corner podcast. For those that are watching and listening, if you're listening, go see what the fuck is up. We'll get the YouTube up.
We'll
Sorry
screen
about
grab
that,
it.
guys.
YouTube's up. Sorry. That's my bad.
Oh, it is up?
Well, no, not this.
Oh,
Sorry.
wait. That's hilarious. Welcome. Anyway.
Welcome to the Happy Corner. We feeling good.
It is. It's Stupid Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
No, yeah,
We
we're
got-
censoring
we got-
ourselves
yeah.
all day.
We got what do we got? The Philadelphia
The Philadelphia Kegels,
and the
Kansas City Queefs are playing
are
today.
playing today.
They're going to play sports ball today. I don't know who you're rooting for, the Queefs or the Kegels.
I'm going for the Kegels.
I am also going for the Kegels. We've decided. I don't have anything against the Queefs.
Correct.
A little bit. I don't really like some of the people, maybe on the sidelines, maybe on the team. I don't know.
Sounds like you do have a problem.
It sounds like you specifically.
Yeah. It sounded it didn't it?
It's the
Specific.
water boy. It's the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
It's the coaches. But no, I don't got a problem with
Nothing
anybody.
specific. Nothing specific. But I do like the Kegels better.
The guy that cuts the grass at the stadium.
I think the Kegels are very strong,
Twite.
very, very tight team.
Yeah, tight.
Been working all year on tightening up.
And
And I think they might pull through.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. That's dope to see two black quarterbacks in the Superb Owl.
I love the Superb Owl. Very wise. Very
So-
wise.
Because, there was a time. That's the reason why I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Because they've always had, and so have the Chiefs, they've had black quarterbacks. Because they used to say that's like the cerebral part of, so like they wouldn't have black quarterbacks. And it's like, but like all these black dudes that go to segregated schools are black quarterbacks. So it's clear that, do you get what I'm saying? Like, and so it became a thing. And then, and to have two in there is a very big deal. And Philadelphia has always had, if you know anything about their lore, which is the reason why I'm a Philadelphia Eagle, and Randall Cunningham was an amazing black quarterback back in the 90s when there was two of them. Warren Moon, who played for the Vikings, boo. And
I'm just like learning so much. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know any of this. I know nothing about either of these teams.
and Randall Cunningham. And so I'm an Eagles fan. And they've always had like black quarterbacks.
That has been the sports corner
With KB.
with KB.
and Black History.
And
It's
we're
a
here
twofer.
too. Yeah.
That
we're
was a
here too.
twofer.
Yeah, good. I like how you merged those.
Yeah. You liked how I merged those?
I did.
Okay.
Go Kegels.
Go Kegels.
I'll go for them too because I got no opinion on sports.
Yeah.
Or Queefs.
Or Queefs.
The Kansas City Queefs, you don't have an opinion on
Oh, I
them.
thought you meant like queefs
In general?
in general.
Do you have an
No,
opinion?
no big thoughts.
On Queefs.
No big thoughts.
There shouldn't be any big thoughts. If any thoughts, it should be like,
Yeah,
was
that's
funny.
That's That's always been my take on it.
that was a silly noise that your vagina made.
My coochie did that. That's cute.
That's adorable. Thank you. You should thank it. You know?
You know, the idea of like you know who transformed my perspective of vaginas was what's the buddy that did Thong Song?
Cisco, yeah.
Really? Please explain.
Oh God.
Go on.
I need to know.
Cause he had this song where he was like, cause yeah, I'll kiss the lips under your navel. And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, okay. And so then that made me think this is all right.
Uh-oh.
I'm along for the ride here.
You know what? This is really an episode about you, so I'm just go back out.
No,
No!
don't finish the story. Come on.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
What? KB, continue, please.
I'm enjoying this. I'm just here to hang out. This doesn't have to be about me.
Okay.
I'm begging you nicely.
I'll finish it quickly. So, like, it made me look at when. Sorry, lick my lips, but like,
I know I can't. I'm so distracted. All
right.
Okay.
so it made me look at pleasuring a woman differently. When
Just that line.
yeah, because when
So now you're like,
thought never
I'm
occurred to you.
kissing.
another mouth,
Yeah,
and so then it changed my whole perspective of how
you
to-
do that.
yes.
Smart.
Thank you, Cisco. Thank you,
Yeah.
sincerely.
Also consider that. Please. That has also been my method. Mm-hmm. It does.
To listen to Cisco
To listen to Cisco,
when you're eating someone else.
it's the only way I can.
When Cisco said dumps like a truck,
Truck.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I did. And I was like, what?
You know, Cisco for Thong Song repeats the same thing throughout the whole song.
The whole song.
There is no new verse.
Yeah. It's just the same thing.
It's been so long since I've heard it.
Ooh, that just so scandalous, and a nigga handle it.
Thing like who is when I'm looking at us so scandalous.
Oh yeah.
And a who and connects the dots. You like the night. And she was living la vida loca. And she had dumps like a truck. That's like what? Baby, we but. All night long.
Oh, I think I'll say it again.
He
Yeah,
does.
'cause I-
He does.
'cause I did-
You're right.
'cause I
He
did
does
right.
because he was like, did you? I don't know if you heard me. I think I'll say it again.
Yeah.
He.
Well, I have to because I didn't write anything.
I'm like what? All night long. Let me see that dong. Da-na-da. Da-na-da. Where your booty go?
Man, is this on your playlist? I haven't heard this song in so long. How the fuck do you know all the
No,
words?
once you get started,
You guys are gonna get a copyright.
I know. Well, it was really good. That's why I tried to like mumble it.
When Cisco said, like I felt that.
When he's like, all night long.
Living la vida loca.
Yeah, that was a great reference.
Yeah.
Great reference, Cisco. And it was just, thongs.
Thongs.
The 90s had those unique type of hits like Mambo Number 5. You got What's the one where like I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da?
That
Like
came
I think
back.
that's what it's called.
they
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody sampled it and changed it a
Really?
little bit. Yeah.
I didn't know
Yes.
Yo,
it was like a
that's
pop.
dumbass song.
I hate that
Dave
song.
Sicko.
that. It's a stupid song.
Sicko, I know you out
Oh
there
my God,
somewhere.
that's why I
That is
know.
sicko shit. Hey, hey. Those lyrics are. All right, I get dance lyrics can be dumb,
Had
but
the
they,
best fucking night of my life. That's how it
how
goes.
you
Yeah.
say and I'm feeling all right.
Yeah.
But I had the best fucking night of my life, but I feel all
You feel
right.
all right? Lion ass bitch.
Who is that? Who is singing that part? Who
I don't know who that is.
Are you talking about the remix or the original?
The remix.
Okay,
remix.
I don't know the remix. I was gonna.
It's like
The
a
original is Eiffel
65.
65.
D5. Eiffel 65?
I think
Is
so.
it really?
I don't know.
It's
Eiffel-
Eiffel something. Eiffel in a number.
It is. Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. Eiffel.
Blue by. I can't even. I
Mr.
can't even.
Gimmick just says Eiffel.
But yeah.
I think it's Eiffel 65.
Let's look.
That 65 does seem weirdly familiar.
I remember that makes me think of Skateland. I know
is
you guys know what I'm
65.
talking about when I say Skateland.
Yes, I do. I know exactly what you're
They used to jam that.
Do you remember the song? I think it was like Hinder Lips of an Angel.
Yeah, I remember.
What? What?
Yeah, bust out a verse or two for us.
It's just about cheating on someone.
It is
right?
about cheating.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. And
But the worst
one
part
of
is
the
that it
last times,
sucks.
one of the last times I went to Skateland, they used that song for couple skate.
Wait. Wait. Is it the one where he's like?
He says,
It's hard to be
"Why
fake.
you calling me so late?
That's okay. I know.
It's kind of hard to talk right now."
Yeah, the cheating song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have always wondered why that was. Cause like anytime I would hang out in a bar that was like a little bit more suburban, rural, that shit would come on, and I'm like, you guys,
My girl's in the next room.
like.
Sometimes I wish she was you.
Yeah, like I'm like, but they're
Yikes.
like singing, they're drunkenly singing it over their Budweisers, like their Bud Light to each other. I'm like,
Someone in that bar is relating to that. Someone is that woman. Someone's like, well, I have to call my boyfriend, but he's with his wife. Come on.
I'm like, they about to go smashing that Ford pickup truck. Like, quit playing. Mm-hmm. The extended cab.
It wasn't me.
F-150.
Yes, that was another super cheating song.
Yeah.
There was a
It
couple.
wasn't me.
They
Oh
didn't-
yeah, Shaggy. That's a
but
90s
that,
song too.
But that was comedically in on the joke
Right.
of that. It
Yeah.
wasn't
me.
like,
Like it was super obvious that was me.
Yeah.
She caught me in the shower.
It wasn't me.
That's the only part I know.
Tell me banging on the sofa.
Wasn't me.
Even call me on the counter.
Wasn't me.
She
call me on the camera.
She stayed until it was over. Shorty came in and she got me red-handed. Came in when I went next door. Because we were both butt
Hey.
naked.
You know what? Shaggy.
So just say it wasn't you, dude. What do you mean?
That's a ride or die
I will
friend.
never
right there.
ever look at Shaggy the same after he did the live action Little Mermaid and that red ass leather as the Caribbean crab.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see that.
Can we? I don't have my phone.
Shaggy or Shaggy is Sebastian?
Sebastian, look it up.
Like in the movie that
Like-
just came out,
No, they did a live action on ABC. Okay.
like a play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the musical, like on, you know how they do the TV versions of shit, and they had him. I don't know why, and Sebastian, and they ran. It looked like they ran out of money. It's like, here, put on this leather suit.
It looks like Eddie Murphy,
That does not fit.
like in what Delirious or Raw or whatever. Like that's what the suit looks
Yeah,
like.
that's delirious.
Wow.
Yikes.
That does not.
And they was like, "And here's these claws." That's all we got money for.
SEB Sebastian. There you go. There you go.
Under the Sea.
Shaggy did a little concert with Sting.
Yes. They won some awards for that.
Wait,
did.
Shaggy and Sting together?
Shaggy and Sting. I watched it.
Both
it
of them
good?
And
doing fake reggae.
it would
That's
be
hilarious.
like it would be like Sting in the middle of a song, and Shaggy would be like Mr. Bombastic, like every and I'm like, this is actually pretty.
both of them both do fake reggae.
Yes.
Like their forces combined.
It works together. It works to like it. They won an award. They did a whole fucking show together. Yep, they did a whole thing together.
What a super group.
Yeah. Sting and Shaggy. I was like, that's not real when I saw it, like as a suggested video.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I get like that's Mr. Boombastic stuck in my head like a lot, and I have to scratch that. You know,
Mr. Lover.
it's fun to bop to. You know,
Mr. Boombastic. Mr. Fantastic.
I like when he goes, oh, whoa. It's my favorite.
She can't even handle herself.
She's all choked up. I can't
Caught
guys,
up with emotion. She's crying and
His
shit.
body rolls just flashed before our eyes. She's like, yeah, that's the shit.
So good.
I don't know that one. I don't know that one.
You don't know? Oh. Well, we can't play it on the show, but
No.
it'll be the
was
first song.
That
we play.
was him before he really popped over on the pop scene.
Yeah, that was a bop back in the
Shout out to Shaggy. He's also a former Marine.
He listens. He listens to the
a
show.
Marine.
He's
he's
one
a
of
big
the
fan.
four
He's in the
people
chat.
Yeah, he's
in the chat for sure.
in the chat. We glossed over this. We were having so much fun, but Mr. Gimmick in the chat says, "I have no idea about the season finale of football." Beautiful.
I'm with you.
On this episode of football, 2 teams:
Yeah.
One winner.
Kegels, Queefs.
Yeah.
Who's superior?
Who's superior?
When does it?
It's like
It's like 6. Yeah.
Oh, it's 6? Oh, okay.
yeah, it be having you fucked up because people be like, I can't do shit. Super Bowl Sunday. I'm like, relax. You just about to watch 4 motherfuckers that used to play talk about motherfuckers that's about to play today. For 6 hours, relax.
You're gonna giggle at some commercials and eat some wings. All right.
I get it. But like, there's only so many conversations you can have about. Do you get what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers have been talking about it all week, and I'm like, just watch the game and eat you some nachos and some wings and enjoy whatever dumbass commercials that come out and enjoy.
See what celebrities are gonna
Yes.
got paid enough money to be in a commercial this year.
See if Rihanna can make it through 12 minutes of choreography and singing.
Place your prop bets.
Yeah.
Who's doing the national
over and under.
anthem? Do we know? I don't know.
I don't
I know
know.
nothing about this event.
I don't know who's doing the national anthem. I hope it's somebody like Shania Twain or something.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
Man, because honestly, it's Black History Month, and I don't want to have to hear any complaints on Monday. We already got Rihanna at halftime. Just give some white lady the opportunity to sing fucking national anthem. That last year they had thugs on the stage, and this year they got Rihanna. Like, just give them the national anthem.
Okay, so if you had to guess, do you think they're going to go with a white person?
Please do. Harry Styles, he not even American.
I want to hear nothing of it. Okay. Anybody else?
I can't even imagine.
I will say when I just typed in national anthem Super Bowl. If you know in the chat, don't say anything. Nobody cares about it. Okay. But the first article that comes up is Black national anthem at Super Bowl stirs debate on social media an hour ago, posted by Fox News.
I tell you.
Okay. And then the next one is Washington Post.
Blake Shelton.
You're not far off.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I like this person way better than I think this man is very talented. Is that like I'm not big on, but same
it country?
genre. It is country.
Keith Urban?
No,
I'm just trying to think of any. Garth Brooks?
I would love it if it was Garth Brooks.
I would love it if it was
Brad
Chris
Paisley.
Gaines.
Chris Gaines?
This is more like he's like tolerable, more tolerable country.
Sam Sam, not that.
Kid Rock.
Oh shit!
Timothy Andrew.
Hey, whoa.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Let's go, Brandon.
Coast to coast.
They're trying to divide us. Let's go.
Rocking that bitch up and down the coast. You want me to tell you who it is?
My name is.
So the next article I see is, who is Chris Stapleton, Super Bowl national anthem singer? Talented man. Very talented
Chris
man.
Stapleton is fire.
He
All
is.
right.
Yes, we like him.
I don't know who that is.
He sings that one song.
Oh, that guy. Right.
Yeah. I'm glad
Tennessee
we settled
Whiskey.
it. Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah, I don't really listen to country.
It's a good.
Chris
it's a good
Stapleton
song.
is fire. Okay,
He's got a great
good job on y'all.
He's got a great voice.
Lo and behold, black folks like him too.
He's got a great.
Yeah.
He's very talented.
Okay, so yeah, we
got a
rock-
lot of soul in that voice.
he got a lot of soul. He got
Yeah.
a lot of soul. We rocks with CS.
Yeah.
Is he like an American Idol
That's
person
what we
or
call
something?
him. Yes. I don't think so. I think he's just a dude.
C State. Yeah, we rock with him. We saw you, Justin, try to go do a song with him. We still.
He did do that.
He tried it.
He overpowered you.
Yeah.
He's way more talented. Yeah. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
I like.
I think it's gonna be short and sweet.
Yeah.
He's not gonna go over on anything.
Yeah.
Like, if you're placing your prop bets, I would go. He's got quick and out of the way.
But it's gonna be on point. It's
Wow.
gonna be on point. Chris Stapleton, that dude.
Damn, I almost wish it was Fergie so I could watch that train wreck.
No, they ain't gonna let her nigga dad.
Never
No,
again.
they'll let her do it at like Kane County Cougars.
The taste of Joliet. Yup, that's what Joliet tastes like.
Yeah. Does she perform anywhere? I mean, I haven't heard
Yeah,
that name in a
she
long
does.
time.
You know who
Yeah,
she
she's
performs with sometimes? Well, a lot of times is Slash.
Yeah,
Slash fucks with her.
yeah.
I think they actually fuck around.
But their styles match vocally and his guitar playing.
When she's doing her normal
Yeah,
rock shit,
yeah.
she's not trying to do the weird shit that she's done through the years.
Whoa.
Have you seen that somebody illustrated a book to the
Yes.
her national
Yeah.
anthem, and it'll be like, whoa.
You know who I think should sing the national anthem is we should bring back Roseanne Barr.
Oh, I remember
This
that.
dumb bitch. Have you seen her comedy, KB? It
You
is.
know what's fucked up? Because I've been watching Roseanne, like the old episodes of Roseanne, and man, oh man. Then I was like, what happened?
I'm saying.
What happened? And then I didn't realize, like, I didn't keep up with like gossip or anything. So I researched and realized, like, once she got more control of the show, that's when shit went haywire. Her ego got super fucked up, and you know what I'm saying. And so like, part of me is like, okay, yes, that is very much true. On the flip side, yeah, she did that racist shit. But y'all let all these white dudes just come back and exist and have, and then y'all trying to tell her to shut the fuck up, sit down, be quiet. You got all this money, you should be happy.
Yes.
And now y'all got me defending Roseanne Barr, and I'm really not trying to do that.
She did.
but-
I literally, she was just in my my brain the other day because an article came up with her saying that. She was like, I got canceled for doing this, but Louis C.K. just sold out a fucking theater. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, one doesn't make the other one right.
Right. But there's a point. There's a.
But
truth.
she does have a fucking point
Yeah.
here. And then she did a.
She has a new special coming out. And can I just tell you the name of the special?
Yeah.
It's called Cancel This.
Oh no.
And there is a
Well, we knew it was gonna be on this type of time. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Who else
I'm
does
not
she
trying
have?
to defend
Yeah.
her.
right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, yeah, and so to speak, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, same way with Kathy Griffin. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit that she pulled is like, all right, that's dumb. But all the other shit that these men pull, y'all just be like, oh, well, how you going to try to take somebody down? It's like,
What did Kathy Griffin do again? I don't.
the head.
She
had
posted a
that-
picture
the
holding
head.
Trump's
Oh.
head. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a pretty vulgar.
It was stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that, but like,
I wasn't
She
like,
thrives for that type of, she's a shock comic.
But
Yeah,
they
I
letting
didn't know
all
that she
these
got
white
canceled for that.
shot comics sell it. Like, they still letting them rock. They still letting all these men rock. Like, not even going to that. And that's the fucked up thing is like, you can't have conversations of nuance anymore. Like, the nuance is like, yeah, you do have a point and you're fucking wrong. This is like, I hate to say this, but you as a woman that came up and looking at her early interviews and shit and how she talked about like trying to own her shit and like be a woman that is empowered through comedy and achieving this, and it's like, yeah, that's dope. And then you eventually go against the grain by having like gay characters, black characters, like all of the, you're telling about real ass shit. Like this is like real life shit. And then you flip all you flip all of that. You got your homie Deborah Wilson from Mad TV crying like, yo, I lost my friend at QAnon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then people are like, your fans, the type of fans that you have were the ones that supported you through them trying to get at you for the shit that you did stand up for that was cool. So if you know that they're supportive like that and they're so ingrained in their principles, that's the type of fans you have because that's what you presented. Why would you think that they were going to sit up here and support you through shit that's against their principles?
Right.
Like, your fans are not Louis C.K. fans. Those are not this. They're
same
not.
people.
They're not the same people. So you can't sit up here and think that, like, oh, so that's the other part of that nuance, right? Because it's like what you presented yourself as is not what you're representing now. And those fans are like, no, you got shit fucked up. Like me, that bullshit. Nah, I don't rock with that. That's the reason why I didn't even bother watching the Connors or whatever bullshit. So I didn't even know how they got rid of her. I didn't even know that show was still on.
That was
I didn't watch it
also
either.
in the news. I didn't either. But that was also in the news because apparently originally they wanted her character to kill herself. Like that's how they kill her off, is that she commits suicide. What they ended up doing, I think she OD'd on pain meds, is how they killed her off.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure.
Definitely won't be watching it now. That's fucked up.
I mean, they didn't. They just like
That's wild,
they
dude.
just like addressed it. They were just like, oh yeah, when Roseanne took too many of her meds and passed away.
That's
Something like that.
bogus.
It's not like because they didn't let her be in the, they just she died. But I'm pretty sure that's how they did it.
That's wild. Didn't the original series get kind of weird at the end too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like some goofy shit
They
happened,
had
right?
to
Where
retcon all that, yeah.
But that's when she took over fully. Yeah.
did
So there was
spoiler alert, but like didn't
if you haven't seen the end of Roseanne, listen, you don't know this, Karl, but we have talked about this many times on this podcast.
I liked the show growing up.
We loved the show.
It was- yeah.
That
I'm
show
rewatching it now.
represented a lot of like my family.
Well,
like,
yeah,
a
like
lot of,
this area, you know.
like Roseanne was poor. Like that family was poor. She was. You remember like the shenanigans she would pull to like keep her light bill on.
That's the episodes I'm on right now. These
Yeah.
are the best episodes
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all
She would have
are-
been great on Brocax.
Yeah.
Like she would have been great. But
Yeah, I remember liking it growing up. It was
was a
funny
great- it
and it
was
was
a
like
great show.
real. Like
yes,
had
it was
some
relatable.
some feelings in there too.
It was relatable.
Very relatable, yeah. Lanford or wherever.
Yeah.
Right.
Little Illinois town,
Yeah.
right?
And they would always reference like local. They'd be like, oh, and Moline and Aurora and Rockford and Chicago. Like they
Yeah.
always pulled in
Yep.
like actual local cities.
Is she from this area or she
No,
just chose
from Idaho.
Interesting.
Idaho. I didn't know people were from there. That's why.
It's actually a beautiful place. I've driven through it. It's
you know,
very-
some
very
of the
mountainous.
places that nobody cares about are beautiful.
Yeah.
You know?
But the other thing is that Tom Arnold, when she got rid of him, he's from, if I'm not mistaken, the Milwaukee area.
Oh, okay.
And he was behind the scenes really helping guide the show so that it didn't like go off the rails, and then once she got fully control, that's the reason why like when people be like, oh, he was such a leech, like that actually wasn't the case. He was actually like what kept her grounded, and he's his own comic, and he was a comic in his own right. It wasn't some dude that just, you know, like he knew his shit.
I mean, his character on the show wasn't like a lovable character.
Right.
He put himself in the position to be like, oh yeah, hate me.
Yeah.
Like, you know. But it did go off the rails where like they won the lottery.
That shit was
Right.
terrible.
Yeah. And then it was a
Yeah.
whole thing like Darlene's wedding. Dan has a heart attack.
I was gonna say, did he die or?
In the very end of the show,
This shit was some
they
bullshit.
reveal that this whole thing has been. You remember that they made Roseanne like her little
Writing
her little office writing thing, right? She started to write a book, and this whole thing has been her book. And the way that her kids have grown up in real life, not in the book that she wrote, which is the story that we watched. Everything's different. Darlene is not with David.
She's with
Darlene
Mark.
is with Mark, and Becky is with,
With
David. And Dan actually died from the heart attack.
Yeah.
And like
And Jackie was actually gay.
Jackie was gay. Yep.
And her mom was not, but because I've watched it so many times, she felt like her mom was repressed through her marriage, that she wanted some liberation for her. So she made her mom gay.
Yep. So it was it's awful. There's a point that I stop watching Roseanne. I'm
Sure.
like, this is where this ends for me.
Yeah.
Because it's about to start getting weird.
Yeah. Season 8 is about where I'm like, halfway through that season, I'm like,
They did an update on the house, and I was like, oh, neat. Like, the house is different. It's
they
been
had
the
them
same
lame
the
ass.
whole-
I hated the chairs. I
know.
hated the fucking. Why do you have office chairs at the dinner table? That shit drove me nuts. I'm like, why?
This is what rich people have.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't look
They
like they
really
went to
tried.
Office
They
Max
really
and bought
tried.
5 fucking plush office chairs.
We didn't like the new set.
I didn't like it.
None of that. We want old, poor Connor family.
Yes, I remember the older daughter. I haven't watched it as
Becky?
much as you guys. Becky moved into like a trailer at one point, and like that was like I remember going to Shady Oaks to hang out with some
Yeah,
friends as a
same.
kid. You know what I mean?
Same.
Like,
Yeah, I like how they had Becky, and then they got new Becky, and then they went
Yeah.
back to old Becky.
oh yeah.
And then they made jokes about it. That was fun.
Hey,
Looking at that Lisa Gurrenson. Look at me remember names and shit.
Good job.
Is
And
a
Sarah
great
Chalk.
is a great actress.
Yeah.
She like because I couldn't stand Becky, and I was like, dude, I hate this bitch to the core. And then I realized like she played this character so incredibly well
Yes.
that I'm like, dude, I want to punch her.
Yes.
'Cause, like
That's what I'm saying. You played the character well.
like to the point that when Sarah Chalk takes over,
And she's a lot
yeah,
more tame and
Yeah.
likable. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It's not as good.
it's not as good.
I
is
like
that
Sarah
the
Chalk.
top of the '90s sitcoms for you guys? Then, like, is that the pinnacle?
Roseanne. Yeah, I think we had a lot of good 90s sitcoms though.
Oh yeah.
But 90s sitcoms always got stupid.
Absolutely. They could
After-
only go on for so
Yeah.
long.
That's kind of all shows.
When they
right?
get but now a lot of creators understand like, yeah, maybe this should only be 4 seasons.
Yes, that
Mm-hmm.
end it while it's good. Leave us wanting more. Like Twin Peaks, 2 seasons and then end for 25 years and come back, and it's not that good when it comes back, but that's still a cool concept. That's dope.
Yeah. I
But,
mean
like,
they
Night Court
do
is
be doing
popping.
that.
The new Night Court is the #1 viewed show.
Is it really?
Their opening, their first opening weekend, their first episode had 10 million.
Wow.
Like TV doesn't even do that anymore, but Night Court did. I was like, was Night Court? I liked Night Court. I didn't know it was a shit like that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
me either.
people was going to tune in like that.
Yeah.
I never watched Night Court.
That's what they're doing now. They're bringing back all the shows that us like in our 30s and 40s and 50s are like, ooh, you know,
They brought back Unsolved Mysteries. That was dope.
my TV is always on Unsolved Mystery.
Dude.
That show was so scary when you were a kid.
Horrifying. Please let there be a what is it like where they actually solved it at the end?
Yes, like an update.
I need it. Oh, there's no update.
You would walk around like whoever the mystery was about that night was like in your basement. Like you were fucking terrified.
And Buddy's voice didn't make it.
No, he was so fucking unsettling.
Robert Stack.
Robert Stack.
Fucking amazing.
When they had the little screen at the beginning to tell you like when it was like paranormal, I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no. He does a whole one, and it's so weird to hear this man be like Tupac Shakur. But he gives like the whole run.
It's super
He
deep.
had beef, like
Yeah.
he did. He got into it. It's an unsolved mystery.
It is.
No.
I feel like it was just an episode to like inform the white people what was going on. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't.
and the white people were like,
unsolved.
You know what I mean? I bet a lot of people like learned about that story on Unsolved Mysteries. A lot of white folk.
I'm just saying, white folks, go over to Black YouTube and you'll find out.
It is not that unsolved. All right, you know what I'm saying? Just do a little digging.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a couple. Well, now it's been on this channel for months at this point, so I've seen every episode of Unsolved Mysteries. But this particular channel that's on will just cut off in the middle of like them talking, and then just like play a commercial, and then continue on. But they didn't stop playing the episode.
Oh.
Oh, like on YouTube?
No, it's its own Unsolved Mysteries channel. I don't know what kind of like. It's just a random
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it
channel.
like Pluto TV
It's
or
something like
So
that.
you lose some of the information. Then.
Yeah, and
That's
it'll be like
that's unacceptable.
in the middle of an interview with somebody like telling their story.
Yeah.
It'll just cut off, and it'll be a screen that'll be like, "We'll be right back," and then it'll play like a Downy commercial.
Yeah.
And then it'll come back, and you would think it would come back
Back
right,
to right
where
where
it
it left
was,
off,
but it
but
had been playing the whole time.
What the?
So sometimes we're on to the next mystery, and I'm like,
Hey, it's Pluto TV. It's free, bitch.
exactly. They're like, you want to
get it
complain?
all.
You want to complain? Don't be a little bitch about it. Yeah, they used to do that because it was before that when Huey was still around. I'd put it on Bob Ross. I thought that was God. Huey would have a heart attack watching Unsolved Mysteries all day. He would be more scared than he
Super
was.
scared.
But like, so Bob Ross was on.
Yeah.
And they would do the same thing to him, and I'd be like, I didn't even get to see him paint that.
Yeah. You don't know what the final little happy tree
How did
looked
we
like.
get here? How did we even get? Was there a mistake in there and you fixed it and made it perfect? I want to know.
Ahu did complain about that a lot.
He did. He's like, this is an unsolved mystery.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
There's more mystery.
I like there's an all Baywatch channel.
Yeah. There's a channel for everything.
Yeah.
There's a Charmed channel.
And Charm was fire.
Yes.
But Baywatch, dude, like you just see the progression of David Hasselhoff sucking in and trying to look swole. Like at first he looked comfortable. Like the first seasons, like first two seasons, and then like season 5, it's just like him. Like, so what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I could only say 4 things at a time.
Yeah. Cut.
He just lets it out. It's all from here up.
yeah,
And his shoulders are always really high.
yeah. I'm like, bro, like just wear a polo. Like,
People wear shirts to the pool.
yeah, the lifeguards there. I've seen lifeguards. They don't all be just out, shirt out, shirt off.
Yeah.
You know?
They got tanks on sometimes.
Yeah. Like that's all good.
Chill.
You ain't got to do all that. We get you so hard.
We're not here. We're not here for you anymore at this point. You know what I mean? We're not watching.
It was the same episode every. I was like, how did this show last?
I
Titties.
barely. Yeah.
slow motion titties.
There
Come
you
on,
go.
but I get that, but
It wasn't
It-
hard to keep people interested.
I don't, man. Yeah, I get the titties, but it's the
They tell a story with every bounce
Yeah.
in slow motion. Oh.
it's the same story though. Like you see, they do this. Sometimes it looked like they was just reusing shit.
No, I'm sure they are.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably
So-
did.
Pam's titties looked really good this day. we're gonna clip that one in. And it's just
But like the plots would be like,
actually, now that I think about it, I feel bad for her. That shit does not feel good.
Running with big boobs
Yeah.
and no bra. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't imagine it does.
no, that do hurt the titties.
Yeah, that sucks. And she probably had to do that over and over and over, like every day.
American hero.
Honestly, a true patriot. A patriot, if you will. I'm so sorry. I'll just leave. I'm gonna
will
leave.
not.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm so sorry. KB coming in clutch with the Cheetos today for Super Bowl.
What about a 90s crush? Do you guys have a good 90s crush? Celebrity crush?
Who's your 90s crush?
Mine?
Yeah.
What's her name? Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh,
Nice.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying, Timmy?
Do you know what I'm saying to me?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why that was so wholesome.
Everyone else is girls, so obviously they don't have opinions.
No,
on it.
yeah.
I was about to say,
No, I
no,
wasn't
she was
saying that,
bad.
but he said
Yeah.
nice.
I thought she was cute too.
Yeah.
I had plenty of girl crushes.
And to know that she was playing these boys out here, just a super player.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
God bless her.
Yeah. There was,
know about
you know, us.
You know about her playing days?
No.
Hey, G, her roster, she got a nice little roster on her.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull up a list.
But
let's
they
hear it.
all
Let's see
found
it.
out that they were dating because they saw each other. Like a magazine had put a picture of all of them wearing this little necklace that she would give them all.
Oh, she
What
was
the
one of those.
She
Okay.
marked her territory?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Who
Yep.
was?
She was a heartthrob.
All right. And she dated all the other, like the male heartthrobs.
Yeah.
right.
Between the 90s and the 2000s, she dated several high-profile figures, including Joey Lawrence, whoa, Will Friedle, Carson Daly, Rich Cronin, Patrick Wilson, John Mayer, and Jamie Kennedy.
No, but he had his little moment. He had his little moment. Let him ride. Let
Yeah,
him
he was
ride.
good in the
Yeah.
90s. Yeah, let him.
Okay. All right, guys.
I have a lot of respect for Jamie Kennedy because he made that documentary Heckler,
Heckler. Yeah.
which
I have since watched as a comedian. It hits different.
a lot.
I haven't seen that. Is that good?
Yeah, it's a very interesting watch. He interviews like Carrot Top, who gets like shitty reviews all the time.
So it's
And it stems from Jamie Kennedy being deep in a depression because his movies were getting like dragged after a
was-
while.
Okay,
It
Son
was-
of the Mask was bad.
It was
was.
right after Son of the Mask
Yes.
came out, but it was a twofold thing because part of it was talking about like comedians getting heckled, how they deal with that, everything that. But then the other part of it was like at that time, this was like 2008, 2009. So like online reviews were all the rage. And he's like, look, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say Son of the Mask was the fucking end all be all best movie ever made. But fucking Fart Sniffer 69 on the internet says me and my entire family should die in a house fire. And I think maybe that's a little extreme.
Yeah.
Can we
'cause-
split the difference?
Yeah, because I didn't like my movie.
Tell me my movie sucked and like don't attack me as a person.
Right.
It really did get to him. It was very obvious in the movie that it really, really got to him. And it was him interviewing a lot of different comedians and like them sharing their stories of like being heckled or like movie reviews and like things like that. And there's been some pretty insane stories.
Yeah.
The internet brought it to a whole new level, though,
Oh yeah.
with like coming after you.
Oh yeah. No, but you're not safe.
Yeah, no.
is.
Don't
Like-
fuck up.
I feel like back in the day would have been a much better time to be famous than now. I don't want to be famous now at all.
It would be hard. It would be
It
hard.
would suck.
It's I give respect to like certain artists that do this because I'm like, yes, please I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I love that Beyonce only posts on social media when she is promoting an album.
You don't
And
need to know her
then
life.
She gets the fuck off.
Right. You don't need to know
That's
her
smart.
life. She
That's
doesn't
smart
need
as
you
hell.
to know her life. Yeah.
Like, and that's it. Like, you, whatever her politics, whatever you can say.
Some of the
whatever you
shit,
want,
I'm like,
whatever.
I know too much about you.
But like,
Yeah.
I like that. I like call out the bullshit. Yes, keep that aspect of social media public. When it's some real foul shit going on, that's a plus side to social media because now you can spread that message. Back then, they could snuff you out real easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
There's
on the
no
other
platform.
side, some of these celebrities, I'm like, dude, your life would be so much better if you just got off the internet.
Yeah. Twitter. Twitter is like a dangerous place
Yeah,
for famous people.
Yeah, you really learn about people. on
Too
Twitter.
much.
A little too much.
They're getting smarter, but yeah, I mean, yeah, no interest in being famous.
And I thought that back then, where now we see fame, back then it wasn't as bad, and I still didn't want to be because I thought it was too hard. Like, I'm like, ew. I wouldn't want people following me around.
Yeah, and people usually show no empathy for that too. They're like, "Well,
No.
you're rich." Like people always say, "Like you're rich. What do you got to worry about?"
No,
I mean,
and
you can have a lot
some
of
of them
problems
are-
when you're rich.
No, and some of them are famous and not rich, G.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Also, that.
That's the other side to it. I don't want fame. I just want to be able to live my life.
Have you guys seen the documentary about the kid? You remember the kid who like stepped in on like an assault with a hatchet? He was a homeless dude.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you seen
yeah.
the documentary about
Kai
him?
or whatever. No,
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
It is wild how like just a little bit of fame, like he didn't want it to go to his head, but like we definitely glorified a man who was not a good person.
Yeah. And who admitted on camera, I just killed somebody.
Smash.
Smash, yeah. And like I think it was Jimmy Kimmel who was like trying to bring him like on TV. I mean, people were looking for this kid because
Yeah.
they wanted to cash in on you know, him being a homeless dude like wandering the country who helped save somebody's life, and they really wanted to really wanted a piece
yeah.
of that pie, and everybody was looking for him. Jimmy Kimmel got a hold of him, and this dude was so destructive that they had to be like, you can't be on the show anymore.
Yeah.
They put him, like they were having him work. They were like, oh yeah, you'll work. So he was doing like movie reviews on the show, and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
They regretted it instantly. He was like trashing. He would just like whip his dick out and start pissing on shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I watched that and I was like, I remember because I remember around that time, I feel like that was the time that like shit like Tosh was still popular. And like the new wave was like some of the shit, if you go back and look at what went viral, and you're like, holy shit, like our standards have changed drastically just within that span of time. Because there are certain things like the Antoine Dodson that like there's no way that they would air that
Right.
now.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Which one was that one?
Hide your kids, hide your
Oh
wife.
right, yeah. Okay, I didn't realize that was
Because
his
they're
name.
out here raping everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
You are really dumb. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then they made a song out of it.
yeah, that was the time where you would just auto tune any popular video and make a song, and people loved it. People
Yeah.
loved it. It went viral. But yeah, that was never really
We've
my
lived
thing.
through some really weird times. Like it was like a really like weird, tragic situation for those people
Yeah.
being interviewed, and,
And
we're
they're like, let's add some auto-tune. I was scared. I was scared. I was scared. I was scared. Now drop that ass. Drop that. It's like, bro, like
God,
what
we're
the
just
fuck?
Yeah.
exploiting people.
Oh yeah.
It's what we do best.
Or the lady that came out and it was, oh, it was a fire.
Oh, that ain't nobody got
Yeah,
time
ain't
for
nobody
that.
got time for that.
Yep.
It was about a fucking house fire.
Yeah, we lost everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody like bro, why did y'all just remix and bring out MC Hammer
Oh
doing
my
the
God, that's so
doing
fucked
the
up.
hammer dance to the shit?
That's
Like
fucked up. Oh my God, you wanna do a segment?
segment with
Yeah.
the actual
You
guy.
take this.
Okay.
Can you reach from all the way back there?
Arms are so long.
These numbers don't make any sense. We'll just see what happens.
Oh boy. Just drop it.
Yeah. It's a number 6. We'll go with this one.
Oh no.
This is number 6 for sure. All right. This segment's called You Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It. We love this one. This one's a classic.
Ain't gotta lie to kick it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's about lying, being a lying-ass liar.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar.
You know Kendrick Lamar?
I'm
don't know
so
him?
out of touch
okay.
with everything, man.
It's
Like,
okay. It's a good song.
Yeah.
We'll have like a little music sesh after this where we're going to listen to Chris Stapleton. And we're going to, what was the other song we were talking about?
the thong song.
The thong, obviously, the thong song. And then You Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It. So this is a segment. It's the biggest lie you have told or someone you know has told.
Oh my God.
Have you like caught anyone in a lie?
Caught anyone in a lie? Jesus.
Jesus, you caught Jesus in a lie?
No. He'd never lie to me.
He's never lied to me. No.
Biggest lie is kind of intimidating. But
I know.
just
I'm like, holy fuck! I got to think of something here.
But like a lie.
Or like
that's-
a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
See, I was always like a kind of like a radically honest kid. So it's I'm trying to think of something somebody else. I've definitely lied. I'm not saying I don't lie. I'm not
It could
saying
be
that.
someone else, you know.
I'm
like
trying to
someone
think.
you know.
Yeah, somebody catching someone in a lie.
What are you giggling about?
I mean,
just random story. We may have had someone cancel a show on us citing their fear of traveling in weather and then totally post a clip of them at Zany's. Like,
oof.
45 minutes after I got the message that they're just
Oops.
a little unsure if they want it.
There's
So
a feature on Facebook
Shit
where
like
you could
that.
be like, everybody except.
yeah. Yeah.
And you maybe should have put the producers of the show that you lied to in that list.
Yeah.
Hey, comedians notorious for that. Anytime I've like double booked, I just hit them up like,
Hey,
what
I
show-
double booked.
I double booked. My bad on that. Like, if you're like, we're not booking you for a while, totally understand, totally get it. My bad.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Because
them-
something's going to be posted.
And so like they'll be like, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can find somebody for all good. Like if you're just honest, it's okay. It's when you're like, man, I'm feeling sick. I don't know. Yeah, you know, I'm not really feeling. And then like it's like you looking at the pictures like in real time. Like the other show is
So and so
updating
fucking crushing it right now at the Lincoln Lodge. Like, it's like, shit like that. You're like, oh, all right. Someone else did that to us. Same show, not the same night, but the same show that we produced. And it was like we had a shit ton of comedians from out of state. And we planned it that way so that they could carpool together. And for the most part, they did. And one of them canceled saying, what did they say? Was it car troubles?
It might have been car troubles, but the way they like messaged an old producer.
Yeah, a producer who's not even a producer, who was not a producer anymore.
And they were even like kind of specifically like, oh, hey, yeah, I mean, I can let them know, but you should message
These people.
these people who are,
are the
actually
producers
the
of
producers
the
of the show.
Then they didn't, right? And then the other comedians came from out of state, right? And they were telling us how they were at a show with him the night before and they hadn't put it together. But he was like, oh, I got this show like out in the fucking boonies that I'm going to cancel on.
Oof.
And he's like, I'm not going to that shit. Like, he said that. And the comedian who was at our show, he's like, I didn't even think it was this show. Like, I didn't realize he was on this show. Like, I didn't put it together.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew.
And we're like, oh, well, you didn't have to say yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could have brought a different comedian with them. You were obviously driving separately,
Right.
but whatever.
But yeah, comedians, just be honest in there because your show will be the show that they post.
Right.
They never post for their show, but all of a sudden they're right on their social media, and then
you.
boom, there's you,
Yep.
live action. And as somebody who has booked motherfuckers or whatever, and you see it, and you're like,
Even if it's not a double book and you like, I've seen it too, where somebody has not shown up for their show, not answered any text messages, and been like, the producers being like, "Are you like here? Are you coming? Are you?"
Yeah.
Like up until the minute they were supposed to go up,
Yeah.
and them not saying anything, and then posting how they had like a nice girls' night out. You know what I mean? Like it like
Social media.
it'll fuck you.
It's
You
not
forget.
smart. It's not smart if you're not famous too. Doesn't matter. You will ruin you'll ruin yourself.
I do not post a lot of things on the social media.
Yeah, there's
anymore.
just no point.
Just can't do it.
I can't say the same.
The only lie that I can think of that I like caught someone in, like off the top of my head, is I was living with someone, and you know we were like moving out, and she said she would handle a certain like amount of cleaning, you know, like so we could get our security deposit back.
Right.
And then I'm just getting texts from the landlord like with pictures of just all the shit
That she did
didn't
not do.
Yeah.
I
Brutal.
hate. I have a just a string of having just the worst fucking roommates.
Oh yeah.
And I had one whose name was Amy, AMY, fuck her. And it was like a situation, okay, we lived in kind of like central Illinois. And we worked at the same place, and we kind of like, you know, when you work at a place, you're all new, you kind of team up together, you make your friends, you have your core little group. And I started hanging out with these like 3 or 4 different coworkers, and Amy was one of them. And she had a boyfriend and a kid at home, and she was not happy, and she kind of fell in love with one of the dudes in our group, and she all of a sudden needed to move out so that she had a place that she could be with this other dude. And I sympathized with her. She would tell me these really elaborate stories about like, you know, like what her boyfriend was doing to her, and she needed to get out of there. I ended up picking her up like next to a cornfield one night. And I was like, you can stay with me in this one. She ran away from home.
Oh, I was like, how did she get there?
Yeah.
Like,
She was abducted.
By aliens.
holy
alien.
shit.
And so I picked her up, and I was like, well, I have a 1-bedroom apartment, but you can stay with me. And she's like, all right, I'll split rent with you, blah, blah, blah. I knew where she worked. We could carpool. Everything was great, right? She stayed there exactly 1 month. And the day that we would pay rent, I come out of my bedroom, and there's like a note on the fridge that's
Ooh.
like, I decided to get back with my boyfriend. I hope we can still be friends. Bye.
Wow.
No rent. No rent.
Yeah, living with each other disputes are some of the worst things. That whether it's a friend, whether it's a relationship that ends and you got to move out, that is
Man.
brutal. Been through it many times.
Yeah. When I lived in California, that was the first and last time I had roommates. Because, like, I had college dorm roommates or whatever, but my shit wasn't dependent upon them. In California, my shit was. And there was nothing worse than having 2 bum-ass roommates, 2.5 bum-ass roommates, depending on the day. And me and the homie Bobby, shout out, he listens. Shout out to the Marines. What's up to y'all? He was like my steady, like for sure. We knew we was gonna have our money right. We're all good. So like it'd be payday and we're about to pay rent. And we're like, watch these motherfuckers. And like there was 2 roommates that we had that like we were like, and we had to tell them, we are not your parents. We don't like, y'all need to make sure y'all have y'all shit. Like Bobby was like to one of our roommates, he was like, I don't think I've seen you go to work in weeks.
I had those roommates too.
You know, like he's like, did you just think that like your and our rent was $2,500 for a 5-bedroom house, like had our own gate and everything. G. So it was a cool ass place. Like, so I'm like 500 plus another 100 for like utilities or
Right.
whatever. We're good. I'm like 600 in Cali.
Yeah.
That's
amazing.
easy.
Right.
That sounds great.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds wonderful.
These 2 could not scrounge up like even the 500 sometimes. And we're just looking at them like, it's California. Like, there's so many hustles out here.
Right.
Like, do porn. Something.
Something, please. Please.
Something.
Yeah.
Like, it was bonkers. I was like, how do y'all wake up every day knowing y'all ain't doing shit?
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I would lose my fucking mind. Yeah.
Multiple roommates without jobs.
Really?
Be like, I have a job, and then be here, and I'm like, I work from home. I know you don't have a job. I can see you. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, drove me nuts. Do you know that one of my roommates one time, this is very personal.
Oh boy.
I had like it's this room. In fact, this room was rented out to people, multiple people.
Amy said, no more.
No more. Podcast studio. I will fucking pay the rent. But I had this listed on a website for like roommates, and like these people are like vetted, and like, you know, they have to pass a background check, and you know, so like people would come and like look at the room if they wanted it. A lot of people trying to move in as couples and pay me as one, and I'm like, no. There was one couple with a kid, one couple with some animal. I'm like, all right, I need one person, please. One person. And one of them was the man that I lost my virginity to. And he did
Wait.
not know that it was me.
Wait. Before he moved in here, you had lost your virginity to him.
Yeah, I've only been in this house for a little bit.
Just to clarify. Just get it all ironed out right here.
He looked at the room. I lost my virginity. And then he didn't know. He forgot.
Oh,
No.
you can't pay your rent?
No.
Well, I've got an idea. No.
No, back in my teen years, I lost my virginity to somebody, and then we did not speak again, ever. And he did not know it was me when he came looking. Like, he had no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he
Yeah.
move in?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. He moved in. And also did not work. Well, sometimes he worked. But also then he was a good roommate in a sense that he was never here.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the best type of roommate. Out all the time.
Gone.
Yeah.
Like, literally lived at somebody else's house. Paid rent here.
Oh, you can't beat that.
Yeah, those are the good roommates. And that's the type of roommate I am.
Yeah.
I am never, like, really home.
But I had to be like, hey, I need rent.
Yeah.
Did you remember that? And then he would have to like, well, I got to borrow money from this person to pay this person back, and then I can borrow money from this person.
Oh, God.
Type of shit.
That's haggard.
And it was a lot of, well, I'm working with Jimmy today. I'm going to help him paint a barn, like type of shit. You know, just like side jobs, you know.
Can you get the side jobs before you need to pay rent?
Please. Day of. You're like, I'm going to go do some work. Okay.
My
Thanks.
one roommate would be like, well, if I sell like, if I sell 20 packages today, then like I got rent money. I was like, oh,
You're going to decide that today?
you're going to sell 20 packages today. You're going to sell 20.
You know, if you spread this out a little bit,
Right.
it might be easier
Yeah. But you're going to get them all today.
today.
Fuck out of here.
Bad roommates.
Bad roommates.
It's, yeah.
Shout out
bad-
to Nick. He's my good roommate.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. He's a good roommate.
Shout out, Bobby.
We
I
like
don't-
a good roommate.
I luckily don't have any roommates right now. It's pretty. I have an annoying neighbor though. He just
What's annoying
rocks out all the time.
Well,
and
match
like
that
I'm a
energy.
musician. Like I get it, but put on some fucking headphones or something, dude. If you're gonna rock out. He's like the loudest whistler of all time. I can hear him like whistling from my room that is on the other side and like up a story from where he is.
That's wild. I have a customer like that.
Wait, you work in Morris, don't you?
I do.
Oh no. What's he look like?
We're going to talk about it.
We're fucking.
Because I have said something to him about it.
He's a
I
stoner
said-
for sure.
I
My
said-
house smells like weed because he's smoking, and there's 2 doors in between us.
I said, he sounds like, because he will whistle in the lobby. He does it all the time. And he sounds like a really old, like, swing set. And it's ear piercing. It hurts my fucking ears. And I told him that because it's very echoey in that building. And like, I think it really upset him when I told him that.
Oh, God. Well, it
Is he
upset
a
him when I
character?
texted him. I was like, hey, man, I'm really sick. I think I might have COVID or something. Could you just like put in some headphones today? Why don't you put in some headphones? Okay, fuck me then. God damn, man.
Wow.
So I don't have to listen to you? Yeah, no, this guy sucks.
It would be wild if it was
I
the same
hope
person.
it's him, and I hope there's something we can do about it. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to say anything
Take
on
him
air.
down.
This is a stoner Kill Bill right here.
Could you put something in his weed? I don't
Yeah, put some Ambien in there or something. I'd rather be asleep all the time or
Oh,
something. I don't know.
Goodness.
No, he's brutal, and he's like, okay, I don't want to say what he does for work, but he's often laid off. And talk about like roommates that are gone all the time. This motherfucker is home every time I'm home, all the time. Go somewhere.
Hey, PSA. PSA.
Get out of the fucking house once in a while.
Go for a drive.
Go do something else.
Well, he might go buy weed.
Dude,
It ain't long enough.
no,
Well,
it's not.
It's not. And he harassing two different people at this point. We don't even know if this the same dude.
We're
but
saying it is.
Should start a group about it.
I'm just-
A
I'm
support
just-
group.
Are
But
you a
it's a-
victim of the whistler?
Are you a victim of a motherfucker that never leave a motherfucking house so you can't even
Dude.
enjoy shit?
When he's working, it's not a big deal. It's like if I hear some music coming through the wall once in a while, that's not once in a while, whatever. The first day I moved in, I was standing out front of my house, and he's on like the back half of the house, so as far away as possible. And I was like, there must be a band playing down the street or something. He had his window open, and he was jamming on his stereo and playing his piano at the same time.
Wow.
And like yelling and shit too. I just imagine he's like frothing at the mouth while he's doing it.
Wow.
Is he Meatloaf?
No.
It is meatloaf.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Poor meatloaf.
Sing some Meatloaf.
Do you want to?
If somebody starts it, I might be able to join in. It's been a while.
I feel like I only know the one.
Which one?
Bad Out of Hell.
Oh, that one too, I guess. But no.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Are you naming songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of at least his first album.
Wow. Big fan of meatloaf.
Yeah. I don't know Kendrick Lamar or like a lot of the other references that have been made today, but Meatloaf,
I knew I, was
perked
gonna
right
get
up.
one. I was gonna get one.
I can't start the meatloaf sing along.
No, I probably won't remember all the words.
Have you seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I actually haven't, but I know he's in it. I'm not really into musicals that much. Is that
What
crazy?
kind of meatloaf fan are you?
I guess I'm not a very good. I saw him live in Joliet.
Yeah.
He played like at the stadium or whatever.
That's a true Meatloaf fan.
He wasn't singing
Went
too
to
good.
Joliet. Oh, when was this?
It was like probably like 10 years ago or something.
Okay. I think he did have like throat surgery and issues. I think.
That's tragic because he
Yeah.
could sing like
Yeah.
a motherfucker.
Yeah. I think I remember that on his Behind the Music. Behind the Music.
Behind the towel.
Meatloaf. What was Meatloaf's name? Come on, Kyle Karl. Who are you?
I'm not a very good Meatloaf fan, I guess.
I guess.
I only like the first. I'm a big fan of the first album. His name on that album was Meatloaf.
Okay.
So
And that's all you know. That's fair. That's fair. Who else are you influenced by? I don't know that you're influenced
like-
by Meatloaf. I'm just assuming now.
are you talking like musically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, musically, I like. I'm really into New Order. If you know
Okay,
who New Order
I do
is.
know,
I like
yeah.
Elliott Smith. If you know who Elliott Smith is, that's like, kind of a weird one. Rufus Wainwright.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's kind of like Elton John of the '90s.
Oh, okay.
That's how I describe him.
Okay.
Musically. I listen to a little bit of hip hop. I like A Tribe Called Quest.
Nice.
I'm down with that. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah. We haven't like talked about you at all.
That's fine. I don't care.
No. So let's get into it. We know Kyle/Karl because he's been coming to the open mic and he's kind of our in-house videographer / photographer, and he's been doing a lot of work in the scene with a lot of comedians. And this is just like side gig for you, like.
Yeah, I got like a part-time job Monday through Thursday, and then I just do photo and video outside of that.
Yeah. And then occasionally you just go street perform for funsies.
Yeah, that's one of my other gigs.
I really like that you do that. I think that's really dope.
It's
like,
weird. I always wanted to try it, and I actually I mentioned it to a friend, and this is, I never try to naysay somebody when they talk about something they want to do, but I said it to one of my friends. We were walking around, I'm not going to say where I do it, but we were walking around the place that I do it, and I was like, I wonder if I brought my guitar out here if I'd make any money. And he was like, no, you're not going to make any money. Fast forward like 3 years, I was like, one day I was just like, fuck it. I just want to try it. And I went and I made like $40. Didn't rehearse or anything. Hadn't even played in a while. Now I do it like religiously. Honestly, when I saw how warm it was today, my guitar is in the car because I was like, maybe I could sneak down there and get a couple hours in afterwards.
Cool.
I just really like doing it. It's not really about the money, but I definitely make some money doing it.
That's really neat.
It's not about the money, man.
Do you have like people that recognize you? Or like regular
I recognize
people that,
some people. I think a little bit. Not
because I know the I'm pretty sure I know the area that you do that at.
There's a couple now. I've expanded.
But it's a cute little, kitschy, like with people would be walking around, So I would imagine.
Yeah, there's a steady flow of people.
What are the go-to jams that when you're like, yeah, this will bring the people in.
Yeah. The best one is Creep by Radiohead.
Of course.
And then like way back in the day, this homeless guy on Opie and Anthony played like an acoustic version of it. So I play it in the style that he played it. So I'll give a shout out to Homeless Mustard.
Nice.
Patrice O'Neill was on that episode.
Nice.
So Creep, I play Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. That's a dope song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the other big ones that get some? I play like a couple originals. Some of those do okay. I play. Fade Into You by Maisie Starr.
I love that song.
That's a jam.
Yeah. It is a jam.
That's a jam. I do a version of that.
We need to get Maisie Starr on the show. That's the second reference this with our guests.
Yeah.
Both of our guests have referenced.
Yes.
That's kind of weird.
Yes. Both of our guests of the season.
That's a sleeper hit of the 90s.
That's a good one.
That's a really good song. One. Yeah. I play a bunch of Elliott Smith songs too.
Nice.
Like a bunch.
Like a bunch.
Yes.
How did you stumble upon getting into doing this for comedians?
So I remember the first time I went to Mojo's was like way back in the day. I'm pretty sure it was like 2019 or something, like the summer of 2019. And it was a hot ass night. I'm sure you guys were there.
We were running it. Yeah.
But I went with a friend, actually that same friend that didn't clean up the apartment when we left. But we're still friends. I don't hold a grudge. It's not healthy to hold grudges. But I went and I was like, damn, this is awesome. I was like, I need to start coming to this like all the time. But then I never did.
Yeah.
Until after, everything shut down. And then it was like a year ago I started going or something. Actually, the first day I went back was your birthday last year because you were like, I didn't know you, but you were like, here's like, hey, if you guys want, like I brought like cupcakes or something for my birthday. And I was just like, oh, okay, thanks. And then I watched the show. And it was the same day that guy caught the rat. That was the day. While AJ was on stage.
That was such a problematic night.
That was insane, dude.
That was my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kid then went up. Do you remember that?
Oh, I will never forget that. Ever. That was a train wreck.
Listen, so that kid, his brother, sister-in-law, their friends have been coming to that open mic for a long, long time. His brother and sister-in-law got engaged in that room.
Oh.
It was actually adorable.
Very cute.
He was like, you know what? We've been good. I think their first date was coming to the open mic.
Yes.
And so after years of dating, he was like, hey, I want to try stand up. And he invited a bunch of his friends, a bunch of his family. He went up, he did like 2-3 minutes of jokes and then pulled out a ring.
Wow.
And proposed.
It
was amazing.
The most adorable
and
thing.
then I got to go to the wedding. Yeah, it was a whole thing. But his younger brother would come out occasionally, and he decided to come that night, and he was like, I'm gonna do stand up. And yeah, AJ, adorable little AJ's on stage, and somebody's like, "That's a rat."
I think it was one of my friends was like, "Is that a mouse?" Like, and it was like hopping across the ground. It was very bizarre. It was hopping.
And I was sitting over
And
there.
I was like, "Oh god damn!"
And I
Because I
think
hate rodents.
they were trying to warn me because it was coming right at me. I think it was Sitco.
Yeah,
Standing there
I
being
think
like,
it ran past him.
There's a rat here, and which is what everyone wants to hear in a restaurant, you know.
Right.
And yeah, that dude caught it
With his bare hands.
and took it outside when we were like, it was really cold that day, and we were like, ooh, what are you gonna do with it though, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, he let it outside, and we were like, yeah, he's a hero. And then he went on stage, and then he said a lot of problematic things.
It was crazy. I don't remember anything that he said.
He said a lot of racist shit.
I just remember being jaw dropped. Like,
Yeah,
he had everyone on his side when he walked up there because he saved us from the rat.
he did.
But that's how it goes, though. That's
Yep.
it. Once you feel in yourself, your true nature
That is a
really
true.
come
Never,
out.
never meet your heroes.
And-
You
That's
know.
exactly what I think David went up after him, and he's like, "Don't meet your heroes, I guess."
That is so funny.
Yeah, I remember. I texted his sister-in-law, and I was like, "Hey, did you know so and so went up last night?" And she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, said a lot of racist shit. Lot of racist shit."
It was wild.
And she's like, "Interesting. I'm gonna have a little talk with my husband and my brother-in-law."
Yeah.
And he came back the next week. I don't know if you knew that. He came back the next. He did not go up.
Didn't go up, yeah. But
He sat in the back. But I was like, please don't go up. It was bad. It was really bad. We didn't.
It was a spectacle, though. For me, as just like an audience member, I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was
What
like,
a roller coaster. Of
what a
night.
roller coaster. I'm going back next week just to see what else fucking goes down. And I've seen some crazy shit over this last year. I saw
Yeah.
Adam C. get punched in the face.
Oh, thanks. Thank you to Karl for
You're a
capturing.
historian.
I know.
You did
right?
capture.
Barb's historian.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be that. Because
Yeah.
that was like,
You
Like,
caught
I want
one at
his-
the donut as well.
yes.
I want to see his year-end wrap-up.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. If I actually like wrote it down, I'm sure I'd have like a bunch of crazy shit that's happened.
At the See You Next Tuesday, Mike, Karl/Kyle sits very comfortably in the one spot. The camera pretty much stays focused on that area, but all the shit is going down, and you just see him be like, boop.
Yeah. I stood up.
He's like, I'm getting this.
It's unfortunate because I was testing a new lens that night because that's actually, it's a good opportunity for me, like go in there every week because it's like I'll buy a new lens or something and let me just test it out there. Just that's like my trial run. But
Right.
it had no zoom capabilities, and it was kind of like a tight angle, so I couldn't zoom out to like. So if you see the footage, I'm like whipping this long lens around, like it's very like tight. But man, that was wild.
That was a wild
When
night.
she actually hit him, it was just like, oh, like at first it was funny. But then it wasn't funny anymore.
It was funny the first time he walked up to her and
Yes.
said something.
Yep.
And then it progressively got like, Adam, like you're crossing lines now. Like you're saying too much. Like the first time he walked up to her, he was like, ma'am, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up or get out.
Yeah.
The next time he walked up to her, he insulted her. He said something about looking like a Barbie
No.
that got.
You know what?
That was the third one. That was the second thing he said was, I don't want to have to beat your boyfriend's ass. And I was
Yes.
like, okay, whoa, dude.
Here's the
Yes.
thing about his approach. Yo, G, like, all right, you told her to shut the fuck up, right? All right. What happened was, knowing him, he thought of other shit he should have said in that moment.
Correct.
And then doubled back.
Correct.
And it's like, no, you already said your shit. You had your chance. You didn't. Just
On top of that, he was trying to make up to me that day because I had yelled at him earlier in the night.
Oh, snap.
Because he was just in my personal space. Like I was trying to put the list together, and the amount of it's on a dry erase board.
Yeah.
And the amount of times I had to erase what I was doing because Adam would nudge me because he's very animated when he talks.
Yeah.
And he's just moving around and he's in my bubble and he's bumping me and I'm like fucking up.
Yeah.
And I finally had to be like, dude, Just give me a couple inches. Like, give me like back up a little bit, please. And so he knew he was like, damn, Amy's pissed at me. And I was like, yeah, dude, you keep fucking running into me. Like, you're pissing me off. And so he was trying to kind of make it up to me throughout the night by thinking that he should keep yelling at this chick. And
okay.
I was also on stage at that moment talking shit to her.
Yeah, directly.
Yeah.
Directly to her.
It's all available on my YouTube channel.
It was fun. And plus there was people at the bar who also got it on video.
Yeah, there was
like a
multiple
little TMZ.
angles.
So there was a couple angles. It was sent to me the next day by one of my friends on TikTok. And I was like, hey, that's me. That's pretty cool.
That's got to be the craziest thing I've seen down there, though. Like, that was, like, jaw-dropping. But to me, it's just theater. You know?
Good old comedy scene.
It was
Yeah.
wild, dude.
That's wild that's just an open mic,
Yeah.
you know?
It could be a sitcom or something.
The donut one you caught on tape too, and I was like, I don't think I want to watch that. I don't think I watched that one. I don't want to watch that
Yeah,
one.
you never asked for that footage.
No, I didn't want that one because
That was just awkward and, like, not even, like...
I had to like interrupt a set, you know, because I got fed up. I was finally like, because at one point, so a couple people that Tim went to school with were there. And they're like a little bit racist, these people. I won't lie. Like they went, you know, the school we all went to. They're just like a little bit racist. And when they turned around and looked at me and they're like, holy fuck, that was racist. I was like, the racist people are telling me I was racist.
Well, I mean, it was... I'm not going to say what he said.
It was blatantly.
There was no nuance. There was no...
Blatantly
Yeah,
racist. And
it
I was
was
like,
just-
you got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I also like how Amy initially tried to retell this story. And she was like, and I remember I calmly. And I was like, well...
I did not calmly do anything.
Quite calmly, but you were in the right. But
Yeah, but that's not a situation where like, excuse me, sir.
you know,
Hello,
Yeah.
kind sir.
Yeah.
And then the chick was like, don't mess with him. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
his,
almost like-
his woman or
Yeah,
lady or
Yeah.
whatever.
Like, how dare us get him started
yeah.
by being like, "Oh, you're racist." You
no,
can
she
leave
was
him."
like, if you think he bad, you don't
You
want to
didn't
start
get me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
Start.
like, okay.
But they had been
Okay.
outside arguing previously
They
Oh,
were.
God.
Yeah. They were very theatrical.
because I was listening. I was in my car. I was like, damn.
They're really going at it out here.
You know that couple that's like clearly like they had to split whatever they got. Mm-hmm. If you catch my drift. Mm-hmm. And so they didn't fully get there. And so they left arguing
Yeah.
because they were arguing before.
Yeah. They were having a wild night.
Yeah.
But then they bonded over the fact that
They were both racist.
It brought them together.
it brought them together.
Yeah.
Racism really brings trashy people together.
Now let's go home and fuck.
they probably hate fucked, you know.
I've never been more turned on.
I really like the way you were racist to those people tonight.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That was a wild night too.
Those are probably the two craziest things, though, I think, that I've seen.
I really enjoyed confessing the thing that I said to you at the last show. Do you remember? this?
Oh, to me? Yeah.
to you.
That was another moment where I was like, you know, I was just like in my camera and I was like, and at first I was like, oh, she's just making a joke. I was like, did that actually happen?
It did.
That was fucking funny.
So I have mentioned many times on the show, and this is why I was like, oh, I could just talk about that. That I have an Instagram. Holy shit, man.
I just pulled my cord out. Go ahead though.
I think it's this one right here. I have a Footstagram. No, right here.
Perfect. Sorry about that.
I have an Instagram in which there are pictures of my feet.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Right. And I, make a little bit of money on that. but at the time, like that I started it, I was very secretive about it, and I didn't want like my accounts linked at all, and I didn't want like anybody I knew to know about it. And I had also at one point posted something like I do on Facebook every once in a while, where I'm like, hey, drop your like, you know, your art, like let me follow your page, blah 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 blah. And at the time we had just become Facebook friends, and you dropped your like Instagram photography
I remember
page or
that.
something.
Oh, it was that long ago?
It was that long ago.
Oh, I wouldn't even have noticed.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I clicked on it to follow it, not realizing that I was still on the Footstagram account, not on my account. And so out of nowhere, Kyle got a notification that was like, I'm not going to say my username.
You're right.
But cutesy little name has followed you on Instagram. And I was like, fuck. And so I immediately blocked him. Like immediately. I'm like, well, I can never talk to him again.
That is so funny. And here we are today.
And here we are today.
You unblock him now?
I'll go on. I don't even think it's the same account, because I have had to make multiple accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like right after
There
I
has
started
been-
coming to the mic.
I think I'm on my third account.
IG tripping, huh?
Yeah. They get.
Oh, they're banning you?
Listen, there was like some pictures. They're all just pictures of my feet. But like one of them, I had toe rings on, and it was like, that's nudity. And I was like, I actually have more on my feet than I normally do. How is that nudity?
How is feet like deemed inappropriate?
Well, and you also have to be like really careful with how you word that you're selling pictures,
Yeah, okay.
which I am.
Yeah.
And I've never been flagged for that.
Yeah.
But, yep.
Interesting.
If you put toe rings on, or like, I think there was one where like I had like stockings on, but like my toes were sticking out the top.
Yeah.
I think that one was nudity too. Any ones where I don't have
You
naked
should blur them and be like, my OnlyFans. Subscribe.
If you want to see these toes, totally uncensored.
feet. Totally. Name of the episode, Totally Uncensored. That's how it goes. I don't know what it is. The more clothes you put on your feet. And then I had someone make the fake Instagram where they did pretend that I had an OnlyFans. And it
Yeah.
was like, hey, big boy, do you want to see me naked? Well, send money to this account. And then when it tells you that you can't do that, you call your bank and dispute it. And then you do this. And then you call your mom and ask for her social security number. And then you give it to me. And I'll show you my butthole. Like, I was like, holy fuck. I'm like, that doesn't sound like me at all. I'm usually like, you could just cash at me $3.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
That's
big boy.
hilarious.
What was even nicer about that was the amount of people that followed that fake account that were my friends, and I was like, thank you for your support. Some were surprising. I see you out there.
Uh-oh.
A couple of them a lot of people messaged me. The day that it happened, my inbox blew up. And I was like, what is happening? And then I finally get a moment to look at it, and everyone's like, I don't know if you saw this, but like there's a fake page that they're claiming these are your nudes and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh shit. And I like looked through it. They had me blocked, so I had to go on someone else's phone and look through it. And I was like, wait a minute. There's like 70 people following them. Let me look through those names. And I'm like, oh. And some of them messaged me to confirm. They're like, yeah, but do you have one? Like, for real? And I'm like, no, I'm going to tell your wife. So yeah, that was interesting, but it did finally get taken down. I had a lot of friends message it. All my coworkers messaged it. One of them's like, you trying to fuck or what? They didn't respond. So they weren't trying to fuck. They were just trying to get your bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Felt nice.
The things you learn. Yeah. No, that would feel good. Maybe I'll make a fake account of me just to see who follows it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should. See what happens.
could do hand picks.
Hands. Yeah.
I think you guys could do feet too. I think it's pretty unisex.
I don't know what makes
I
feet
was-
hot.
I didn't want to step on the territory, the lane that you've created with.
No, I like to share my knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, because different people like different kinds of feet. Like I get a pedicure, right? Some people are like, that's too nice. They want them roughed up. They want them hairy and gross. They want to buy your stinky socks.
Oh, I got something for them.
Hey, this one lady like really broke that down. She somebody asked her, I don't think it was socks, I think it was something else, but for this story we're gonna say socks.
Bathwater.
Yes. This guy wanted, because you can pick how many days they wear that thing, right? And this guy wanted this lady to wear the socks for 15 days. And she's like, I threw like a big old number at him, like $1,000. And he's like, why are you charging me that much? And she's like, because I have to wear these for 15 days. That's taking away 15 days of business
Yeah.
that I could have gotten by wearing a pair of socks for a day or two.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, I guess you got a point.
Yeah.
And then she did it.
Gotta have a day rate.
Yeah.
Sock
You had
wearing
to,
day
I mean,
rate.
that's disgusting. 15 days.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be raunchy.
My socks smell after a day.
Easily.
I could say this is 15 days right here. If I wanted
I'm
to.
just saying, G, like, that's a nice little change, though. Like, that's a nice little chunk of change.
I don't know if it was, I don't think it was that much money. That would be my price.
Oh,
Can you imagine being the guy that gets like say you like lied and wore them for a day and be like, this is not 15 days. Listen here. This is 2.5 days. I know what 15 days smells like.
This is not it.
Not
This is
satisfied. 1 star.
Let me speak to your manager.
The Karen of smelling socks.
Yes. No.
no, I got a response for you. Hi, Nathan. We're sorry you're disappointed with your purchase. If you go back and read our return policy, there isn't one.
Deal with it.
Go fuck yourself. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Into those socks.
Right?
Enjoy. Enjoy. It's a lucrative business.
Use the socks to wipe away your tears.
And other things.
If you have any more complaints, you can call 867-5309 and they'll be happy to take care of that for you.
They will assist. I say do it. Sell those socks, you know? I've had people send me socks. I'm like, hey, thanks. I appreciate that.
You just find people through Instagram?
Yeah.
Yes, so.
That's the place to look for socks, people. Come on, get out there and find them.
I'm saying, if you want to sell the socks, do it on
Socks.
Instagram. Yeah.
Sell socks on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to wear them anyway,
Yeah.
you know? Might as well.
Might as well sell them. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Do we want to...
What?
Oh, I was going to say... Did
Yeah,
we
we can do one more.
Am I rolling again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, boy.
What are we going to do? Let's see. Number 2? Number 2 is broke hacks.
Yes.
You like
Uh-oh.
broke hacks?
I like broke hacks.
I feel like we just talked about a lot of like side hustles that Karl does. Broke hacks is just like things you do to save money.
Oh.
In the past, we've had people like their broke hacks have been super silly. Like we had a guy who like goes to like places like McDonald's and gets like the salt packets, and he'll grab a bunch of them, and then he tears them open and fills his salt shaker with that, so he doesn't have to buy salt, even though salt's probably like 99 cents.
I'm one of the cheapest people on the planet.
Oh, this is
I love
made
that.
for you.
This
Yeah.
is made for you. Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I mean, I don't know if this is a hack, but what temperature do you guys keep your house at in the wintertime?
In the winter time,
Yeah.
I'm a little spoiled, but it's between 69 and 73. I have a Nest, and it stays between those temperatures.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Oh, no. It's got to be warm. I'm at about between 73, 75.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't do, because I don't know, it might be the melanin, I don't know what it is, but
Can't do the cold.
I can't do the cold. What? I feel like you're about to say some wild shit.
It is going to be wild.
When I'm not at home, I keep my temperature at 50. And when I am home, I keep it around like 60 to 63.
Wow.
I'll just put on my Carhartt while I'm sitting at home.
Karl.
But the thing is, like, I could totally afford to put the heat up higher. I'm just that cheap. I'm just that. So that's not really a hack. That's just me being like really cheap.
No,
I'm trying to think of
that's
like a hack.
I tell you
But I
what,
am that cheap, dude.
hey, G, I don't know.
Mr. Gimmick says, bro, that's psychopath behavior.
Yeah,
I know.
I can't. That's too cold. I cannot.
I hate being cold.
Me too.
Like, I
Me
can't
too.
do
That's the craziest part.
Oh, no, I could never. When I play video games, which is next to a window, okay? When I play video games, I have a robe on, I have a blanket on, and I have the heater blasting at me. I cannot be cold.
I cannot do it.
I hate being hot, too. I just have to be comfortable.
My family is from Mississippi. G. We are from the African diaspora. We like heat. I can't do this cold shit. Hey, culturally, white folks, y'all keep your houses way cooler.
Yeah.
Way cooler. Way
I
cooler.
think 69 to 72 is reasonable.
That is reasonable. I know that I'm unreasonable.
That's reasonable. I don't even mean to make it sound like that, but for real, culturally, I have noticed that because they like, oh, you cold? I'm like, yeah.
Put a blanket on.
Here's a hoodie. I was like, appreciate it because I'm over here.
Being cold is just way different than being hot because, like, for me, when I get cold, like, my whole body tenses up and it hurts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it physically hurts my body to be cold. Being hot, I'm just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I love being hot.
Gross.
I love that. I'm like a sunshine
sweaty?
type person. What's that?
You like being sweaty?
I mean, I much prefer that to being cold.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm always like, well, at least I'm not cold. At least I'm not like mildly chilly right now. At least I don't have to put my Carhartt on inside my house.
In my house. Yeah. You need to get
Yeah.
you a Snuggie or something.
Yeah. Be a little bit classier
Wear
than the
your
Carhartt.
coat in the house.
And my
That is-
shoes and everything.
That is wild.
Hey, can we talk about how Carhartt has become the shit all of a sudden?
I love Carhartt.
What do you mean?
It used to be like just like working shit.
Yeah,
for
right.
like working men.
You
and
know what
now
I'm
it's
talking
like-
about, Timmy?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's a quality brand.
It is,
Dude.
But it's become like a very, almost like a stylistic brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the middle class North Face.
I do have a
That
Carhartt
is exactly right.
coat and a Carhartt hat.
I never had one until like 3 or 4 years ago, and it changed my life. I didn't know how warm you could be outside. in
Dude,
the
my
wintertime.
my Carhartt jacket, which I wear all the time, is just a jacket. It's just a flannel line jacket, and that's been my winter coat
Yeah.
all year.
Yeah.
You know, so it does its job.
Yeah.
I love that bitch.
Their hoodies are really nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of being cold, some of the guys that hang out back of Mojo's and smoke and stuff are like made of steel. We were all standing out there like 2 or 3 weeks ago, like smoking, and I'm like, man, I'm really cold. And I walked back to my car. It was 2 degrees out. We were out there for like an hour straight.
Yeah, no.
How do they do that?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Do you see it immediately when I go outside? You guys are all talking, and I'm like, I'm going to sit in the car.
Yeah.
I'm too cold.
And they were
can't.
wearing less than me. I had like a Carhartt on.
I
And
know.
Stuff.
Some of them just have like a shirt on.
It's like, how are you doing this? They don't have feelings.
The alcohol.
Probably also. Probably.
Yeah.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong. Do you have anything that you're doing coming up that you're excited about?
There's one thing, but I'm not 100% sure if it's like in stone, so I don't want to say it because that would be kind of tacky. I'll say, I mean, things have been going good with the photo and the video stuff, man.
Hell
This
yeah.
community is amazing. Like, everybody treats me well.
Yeah.
Everybody pays.
You're liked. Yeah. Yeah.
It feels good. Yeah. I'm happy to be a part of it. Oh, I was talking to one dude that said he might throw some editing work. I guess like he works, I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he
Oh, good.
does some sort of things with like Netflix or something. So I might do some editing for something that might maybe see a lot of this stuff is like
Maybe.
with the photo video stuff, it's like it might happen and then it does happen. Like it's very like up in the air. There's a lot of people like
Comedians.
Do you want to? No. This is everybody, not just
production.
comedians. Yeah, that's production in general. Like, it's a lot of inquiries, and then all of a sudden people are pulling the trigger.
Yeah. Then it goes.
So it's hard to like really nail down that I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Until it's like, I need you tomorrow, and it's like, okay, I'll be there.
Right.
So
That's awesome. It's awesome that you like are dabbling in so many things. I like that. It's got to keep you busy.
it does. Yeah. Like I said, like you were saying, like, how do you wake up with nothing to do? Like, no, I got like a billion things going on all the time.
I like the days when I don't have anything to do. Those are some of my favorites.
You need it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But it can't be, like you're talking about
It can't
people
be
without
all the time.
jobs.
All
Like,
the time.
yeah,
It
like,
can't be every day.
nah.
It's too much.
No, I gotta have something going on.
Yeah.
But that's just my personality type, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
You want to do our patented, like our usual happy
Yes.
corner questions?
Yes.
All right, we'll do the first one, and that is, what makes you happy?
man, music would
Yeah.
probably be at the top of the list, though. I do love I've loved stand-up since I was a kid. Like, I used to go to sleep to George Carlin tapes like every single night in high school. But music, top of the list
That's really
for sure.
nice.
That's my main thing.
That's your main girl
Yes.
and your side pieces. Would you ever do comedy?
Fuck no. I don't like public speaking. Like, being on a podcast like this is really fun. I'd do this like whenever. you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
There's not like an audience in front of you.
But if you guys were like just staring at me and not engaged in the conversation, like
Right,
that would
right.
be no. I just got no interest.
Yeah.
And now you've seen like so many open mics and you see how it can go.
And it's like, it takes so much work. It's not like something that's like, well, it's not like playing guitar. Like, you can really put in the time and like get good at guitar, and nobody has to see how bad you were.
You were with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you got to grow. Like, that's why I got so much respect for everyone that goes up there, whether they're bombing, whatever, just for getting up there. But like, yeah, I personally, I have no interest.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it's
Good
just
for
not.
you.
It's not a dream of mine. Like, so I'm not going to torture myself trying to do something that I would rather watch. I love watching it. Yeah.
Yeah. It must be fun as an outsider, like who is not a comedian, to watch like people's progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's
And
like,
to see like sometimes like you see comedians who have done really, really well consistently have a bad night. And you're like, oh, that's a human.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's pretty cool.
And then I remember one time I was standing out back of Mojo's, and like some of the guys were workshopping a bit for one of the guys. And then he tried it that night. Didn't really go well. And then upstairs, he's like, hey, I want to hire you for this weekend. I'm going to CG's or whatever. I'm like, all right, sweet. Must have worked on it all week. Did it at CG's. Totally killed.
Wow.
Like, thunderous, like, laughter. That was really fucking cool to see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, a joke was like born, and then it actually landed at a real club, while he was, he had to get there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
iron it out a little bit. That was cool.
That is cool.
That's fun.
That is fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been fun over the years. We do have one last segment. It's one of our favorites. We've been doing it for forever.
Yeah.
And we have been talking about sitcoms a lot, so this might be pretty helpful. But what is your favorite TV show jingle, like commercial song? Like, what comes on and you're like, this is my jam?
Favorite.
Or just, doesn't have to be favorite. Some you like. Throw it
Something
at
I like. There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Seinfeld bass.
yeah.
I like the Seinfeld bass. I mean, even the Curb Your Enthusiasm, like. I mean, for some reason, when I think theme songs, like cheesy theme songs, the first thing that pops up is Full House.
Love
Always. Like, that is just the quintessential, like.
It gets so confusing. We've had moments on this show where we're like, wait, we'll start singing a theme song and we're like, that's not even the right
That's
one.
not the one. 'Cause
Yeah. There's so many
That
and
was
they're
actually Family Matters.
Yeah.
or like full or
Step by step.
step by step.
Step by step.
Step by step. I used to think that was Suzanne Summer
Singing.
singing with whatever was it?
Patrick Duffy.
Patrick Duffy. Almost said Richard. Yeah, I used to think that was. I used to think that about all TV shows, that the mom and dad of the show are singing the theme song.
Why they let Patrick Duffy walk around with that helmet hair like that?
That was an awful haircut. She was a hairstylist. in
Yeah,
that
that's
show.
what I'm saying.
Like, that was pretty intense. Full House. Okay. Full House. How does that one go?
Everywhere you look, everywhere.
Does
there's
it
a
start?
face.
Is it the one that's like, whatever happened to
Yeah.
the paper boy? Evening TV.
Like, I don't know if I necessarily like that song, but I think of. I mean,
That's
it's
an old
catchy.
classic.
It's a classic. It's like
You see the theme song. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yes,
You see their opening.
the Golden Gate Bridge. Cruising.
Yeah.
Olsen.
Cruising.
One Olsen twin.
One
in the back.
Olsen twin. I wonder which one got to ride in that car
Oh man.
unsafely.
Yeah.
Pebbles hitting her in the face. He's very dangerous. This is very dangerous.
My mom always said, never mind.
I need to know. Stop
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Stop doing that.
Cause I be thinking about it, but Mr. Think that was like, yo, that baby look like a munchie chi. You remember those?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I don't know if I know what
old
that is.
toy. Old toy.
The old toy.
Yeah. Not cute. You know, one of my mom always tells me this like it's a brag. But she said when we moved to our house that I grew up in, I was only like 18 months old. And one of the neighbors used to tell my family that, oh, she looks like the little Olsen girls from Full House. And I was like, those were the ugliest fucking babies.
Mutant.
Like, that is
Martian.
not a compliment
Yeah.
to me. Get out of here. I actually saw one of those people at my job, and I was like, are you a so-and-so, like their last name? And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, Amy. And I'm like, ew. Why the fuck do you know who I am? It's like the same reason you know who I
Yeah.
am, you asshole. When I was a kid, I kicked one of those boys square in the asshole. I swear to God. He made me mad, and he was like sitting on the ground, like on his knees, and his butt was kind of low to the ground. And I had those like dress up high heel shoes, and I kicked him right in the asshole because he was mean to me. Oh, I probably unplugged that.
I was gonna say, something happened.
My bad.
We're all unplugging things.
My monitor's off. It's all right.
Oh, the monitor.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
We were gonna wrap it
we
up.
were wrapping it up.
Right. As long as everything's okay over there.
Yeah,
If
we're
anyone
good.
says anything,
If anyone comments, I'll like read it in that text to speech. Like,
yeah, could you? Because
That'd
I'm
be
pretty
great.
sure there was 2 comments on theme song.
I can't believe this happened to me. Yeah, Mr. Gimmick said the BoJack Horseman theme
Solid one.
is his jam, and then Rudy said good times. Good times.
Temporary layoff.
Good times.
Easy credit ripoff.
Good times.
Scratching and surviving.
Good times.
Hanging in a talent. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Doom, 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 doom.
Ooh,
Good times.
thank you. I don't know if I remember the BoJack Horseman one.
It's like a saxophone.
Oh yeah. How's it go?
I can't think of the melody
Way
off the top
back
of my head.
In the 90s, I was on a very famous TV show. Yeah.
That's at the end, yeah. They play that
At the end.
after the episode. The theme song is like
outro.
it's just like a saxophone, right? And then like a drum beat comes in.
Oh, yeah, because it's him like going through the party and then he ends up in the pool.
Yeah, he like falls off the thing or whatever. Yeah, it's a pretty cool show.
Yeah, it is a good show. I did start to watch it at one point and then I stopped.
It's very
'Cause
heavy.
I'd be doing that.
It's a very heavy and emotional show.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just want to watch stupid cartoons.
That's true. That's
You
true.
don't want to cry? What's wrong? You don't want to face your demons?
Crying is fun, kids.
Oh shit. Well, I hope everybody's got a superb fucking Sunday. What do we have coming up?
I am working on doing a lot of headline shit. At the end of the year, I'm recording an album,
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
which is gonna be so much fun.
Where are you going to record it at?
I don't know. I gotta talk to Drufky.
Nice. I'm excited.
Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, you gotta do it," and then I said yes 3 times, but I guess he didn't believe me the first 2 times. And then I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right, cool." And so check my Instagram. I have shows coming up and
Hell
posting
yeah,
some stuff.
KB. That's huge. Congratulations.
Yeah, sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
It'd be fun. So I'm in the midst of tying up a lot of shit, but
We'll
doing
be
a lot
there.
of cool shows. So
Nice.
and of course SNF every Thursday.
Yes.
Always popping. Come through. Amazing lineups. Good food. Good drink. All that good stuff.
Perfect. Do you got anything you want to promote coming up?
Not really.
Perfect.
If you want photo or video, just contact me, Flash Quest Photography.
Hell yeah.
That's just general plug.
Hell yeah. We have Shots and Giggles this month. I can't think of what the day is, Tim, to be honest with you.
It's the 4th Saturday. I think it's February 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Sounds right.
25th.
Whatever day. Killer fucking lineup. It's going to be great. It's a free show, free donuts, cash bar. Yeah, that lineup is fantastic. I'm very excited. Me and Jared Ellis are going to host that one. We do See You Next Tuesday every Tuesday except Fat Tuesday, which is coming up. I will be there this Tuesday by myself because it's Valentine's Day. And Timmy's a good boyfriend. So,
Respect.
So-
I owe Adele a sushi date from last year
yeah,
that
you'll redeem
she
yourself.
made me fall through on.
Yeah, you'll redeem yourself. It'll be all right. So yeah, we'll do that and then the following Tuesday, I think is Fat Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
that's the
Yes,
21st.
21st.
Yeah, so we will not be there that week. But we'll see you next Tuesday and every other Tuesday. And we'll be back on the Happy Corner next weekend. Or no?
May need to reschedule.
Okay,
That sounds
that's
like
fine. That's fine. Sorry. Whatever.
Because I got here late and I was going to talk to y'all.
Yeah,
about it, but,
you're good. You're good. All right. Well, then we will see you some Sunday, on the Happy Corner podcast.
When KB can get her fucking life together.
Hey, it's fine. We're cool here. We're flexible.
We're a family.
Fine. We're a family. When you're here, you're family.
That's right.
Kyle, Karl, thank you for joining us
Yes.
today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a fun time.
Yeah, good times.
I'll see you next Tuesday, probably.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, I'll be there.
Cool. All right. We'll see you when we see you. Love you. Bye.
that.
Bye.
Yeah.
It's time to laugh.
It was okay.
Maybe
Amy have just what the doctor